All right, hello everyone, and welcome back after the break. This video is either a refresher if you were not paying that much attention last week when we started back at school, or if you were absent at any point. So, first things first, when you guys come in, you can put all of your stuff on the ground, and then if you need to go get water, go to the bathroom, go to your locker, whatever you need to do, just let me know and then go do it. And that way it cuts down on you having to go during class. So you need to go do that before I close the door. Once I've closed the door, you are going to have to use one of your passes in order to go. So keep that in mind. Just come drop your stuff off and go do what you need to do. And then just come back before I close the door. Okay. Second, once you sit down, you're going to see one of these boards at each cluster. So each group of 4 is going to have one of these boards. This is your do now. You're going to take your phone and you're going to scan the QR code and you're going to answer the questions every day. Okay, so this is the first thing you do every day. Once you've completed that, there is a cubby in the back of the room over by me. There's your cubby. That is our phone cubby. There are names for each one. Okay, so your cubby is the same every single day. That is where you are going to put your phone. Okay, you're going to put your phone in your cubby. Okay, so that's the next thing to do. After that, you should already have your folder with your name on it on your desk. Okay, so this folder has the due dates for everything, what we're doing, when we're doing it, what it is, all of that. It also has our power standards at the bottom, which is the skills that we are assessing for this unit. And if you flip the blue sheet over, it just goes into a little bit more in-depth explanation of what those skills and standards are. Okay. You will have a page that looks like this. Okay. In your folder. This is going to help with annotation once we get to that, and I'll do a different video on how to annotate. So you don't need this right away, but it is going to be useful later on. So just keep that in mind. Last week, we worked on Last Child in the Woods. Okay, so that could be this worksheet from Last Child in the Woods. Okay, and then on top of that, you will have the actual Last Child in the Woods. Okay. So when I ask for close reading, you don't have to do any of these preemptive pages. These pages are just to help you out and give you background information. Close reading is just going to be these questions in the margins. Okay, so anything that's in brown on the side, that is what you're going to do on every single page as you read. Okay, and that is going to be your close reading. So you should have your close reading from Last Child in the Woods, and you should have your worksheet from Last Child in the Woods. That was last week's assignment. Boom. Okay. Now, if you did not turn this in last Friday, you have a 0 for it. That is fine. You can still complete it. You can still work on it now. Okay. Turning it in earlier is better. However, you have until February 3rd. After February 3rd, I will not accept any late work for any of what we're covering in the unit. So any day that you're absent, you're just going to make up that work on your own. Everything is due by February 3rd. If you turn something in and you don't like the grade that you got on it, you still have time until February 3rd to go back and redo it for a higher grade. Okay. So this was last week. This week we are doing the Fall of the House of Usher. Okay, 50 questions. Yeah, it looks long, but the story is long. Okay, so 50 question worksheet. Today we watched a video, which is also on Canvas, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then you've got your short story, where again, you're not doing any of those front pages. Okay, you're literally just going to go in and answer those questions in the margins on the side for the entire thing. Okay, and that is it for this week. That's all we're doing this week. Okay. If you finish something early, you are more than welcome to move on so you have more time to work on your project and essay that are coming up. It's up to you. Okay. Next week we have map testing, but next Friday it should be fairly easy for you guys to get through the pointlessness of unplugging. It's 10 multiple choice questions and then annotating 4 pages. Okay. So all this should easily be done next Friday. No big deal. Okay. After that, last but not least, we have our poems by Emily Dickinson. For this, you're going to do the same thing for your close read. All the questions on the side, you're going to answer those. And then your worksheet for this is going to be the analyzing text questions on the back. This is your worksheet. You're going to do all 6 of these questions. okay? Once you've completed all of those, I will then give you instructions for your project and your essay, and you can do those in whatever order you want. Once you've completed your essay and your project, then the games will open up and those will review. February 3rd is your final exam over everything from this unit. Everything goes in your folder and it stays in your folder and your folder stays in the classroom, okay? You don't take it with you, okay? So that's what you work on during class. The last 5 minutes of class, you put everything up in your folder. I'll come around, collect the folders, and then you will go and get your phone from your cubby, and then you'll come back, and on the opposite side of this is your exit ticket in yellow. You're gonna scan this, and you're gonna complete these questions, okay? So every day when you come in, you're gonna do the pink side. Every day before you leave, you're gonna do the yellow side, okay? Fairly straightforward. Okay, and all of this is written in a little sheet and it is stuck to your desk. So if you forget any of these steps, it's on the desk, okay? For hallway passes, you get 3 every 9 weeks now, okay? So again, if you come in, say, hey, I need to go to the bathroom, I need to get water, go do that as soon as you come in. If I have already closed the door and you ask if you can go to the bathroom, it is going to cost you. You only get 3 every 9 weeks. Make it count, okay? After the 3 is up, it's gonna be, oh, well, you're gonna have to wait till the end of class, okay? So be wise about using that. Next, some of you have questions about how to do things online. You can always do everything online. I always have that option available for you guys. You know that, if that's something you're more comfortable with. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay. So when you go to Canvas, it should be American Lit 2023, okay? This is what it should look like when you go to your homepage. I've tried to make this very easy. So if you click on your homepage, you're gonna see the power standards. These are the skills that we're assessing for this unit, okay? So each time we get to a different unit, this is gonna change, okay? But these are the skills that I am assessing for you. Next, the last child in the woods, that's what we did first, okay? Read these pages in your textbook, complete the close reading questions, which are the questions in the margin, and then complete the worksheet, okay? Follow the House of Usher, same thing, it shows you how to get to everything. Pointlessness of unplugging, poems, okay? And then it shows you what your project options are. I will give you an actual sheet and rubric and everything closer to that time once you've completed all of your close reading and worksheets. Same with your essays, okay? And then finally, your games will open up. Games may or may not be pencil and paper. Sometimes they might be online. It just depends, okay? And then finally, your unit exam is going to be on February 3rd, okay? So you can also click on modules for any supplemental information, okay? So here are videos about what standards-based grading are. I will have more videos up here about each of the standards or skills that I'm assessing, okay? And I'll have more videos about how to annotate, things like that. So any videos by me will be up here, okay? Where it says Standard Simplified, all my videos will be listed under there. Unit 3, these are our power standards. Unit 3 assignments, what do I do? That's the same as that homepage, okay? The Follow the House of Usher, here are some extra videos to help you while you're reading if you are confused. There will be other supplemental information for the other things that we are reading, okay? Our due dates are listed below. Again, no submissions after February 3rd, okay? So all your supplemental stuff will be here. Somebody said, how am I supposed to get to the textbook? Okay, so for textbook, you're gonna go to Launchpad. Okay. Once you're in Launchpad, you are going to go to Georgia Science. I don't know why it's called Georgia Science when we're doing ELA, okay? It's the little happy looking dude, okay? Right here, it's funny hair. You can click on that. It's gonna sign you in. This is where your online textbook is located, okay? So for you, you'll have like your assignments. I will list your assignments for you, but basically, make sure that you're in the 11th grade, okay? If you're in more than one class, you'll have options in the drop down. So just make sure that you are in the 11th grade text. Make sure you're in Unit 3. And all you're gonna do is go to Student Edition. and the textbook will open up for you. You already have those pages that I told you about, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll to those. So Poems by Emily Dickinson, you can click on that and read them all, okay? Last Child in the Woods. Click on that, it's gonna take you to that page. This is where you can read. Say you wanted to do your close reading here online because you're not gonna be here for a while or what have you, okay? You can do that online and I will be able to see it. So, highlight sentences and phrases in paragraph 4 that contrast the author's childhood and the lives of children today, okay? So for that, we're gonna go to paragraph 4, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, they're numbered on the side over here, okay? So I'm not gonna actually do this, I'm not gonna give anything away, but so I might just do highlight like this, okay? Because it's asking me to highlight the sentences and phrases that compare and contrast, okay? They're looking for the contrast. Boom, I've done that, okay? And I might just highlight this little part right here to show that this was my answer. So right there, boom, good. Next, highlight this question, text, and add your note as a response. What main idea does the comparison communicate? Okay, and then we'll click on add notes. The comparison. Kate's blank. Blah, blah, blah. You're going to write it out. Okay, and then you're going to click on save and close. Okay. I will be able to see the notes that you made. I will be able to see when you're highlighting, things of that nature. Okay, so all of this, anytime it says highlight this question, it literally just means highlight this question, add your note, okay, and write down your note. Okay, so that's all you're doing throughout the entire thing. Okay, so yes, you still have to do the collaborative discussion. Okay, so you're just going to answer this question, add your note, and respond to it. And then later on, we're going to share our ideas with everyone. Okay, and yes, you should also do the essential question. When should we stop and reflect on our lives? You should go ahead and add your note there and answer that question. Okay, it's an essential question. There are no right or wrongs. It's just what you think. And you're good. Okay. If you want to see what you've written, you just click on the little notes over here and it'll show you what you've highlighted, what notes you've made, what page it's on, everything. Okay. It will also read the text to you. If you need the text written or read aloud to you, it does that. So you do have that option. Okay. So just keep that in mind and then see here where it says review. I can select a class and a student and I can see what you guys have done. All right. So all you would need to do once you get back and you come and have your folder is on top of that paper. So Last Child in the Woods here, you haven't done anything on paper here. You would just write online textbook. Okay. And then I would know to come on here and check your work on that. And that's all you have to do for any of it. All right. So that's kind of how that's going to work. That's how class is going to work. If you are adamant that you are not going to be putting your phone up and your phone is consistently out, or you're distracting other people repeatedly, you're not focusing on work, I've redirected you multiple times, we've had talks. This semester I am giving out detention slips, okay? So the yellow one is for you, okay, letting you know what day and time you have detention. It will be after school from 3:15 to 4 o'clock. The pink slip is to give to your parents or guardians to let them know that you do have actual detention and you need to show up for it. And then you will sign a slip acknowledging that you've been given detention, okay? So this is the sheet that I keep, okay? The yellow sheet is for you, the pink sheet is for your parents, okay? I'm hoping not to have to use them. However, we will see. So Fridays, if you guys have done well all week about your cell phones, putting them up and about getting your work completed, then on Fridays, I have no problem with you keeping your phone the entire day. However, if you don't have your phone and you're still not completing work and we're still having issues like that, then Fridays you still will have to put your phone up and we will have to have one-on-one conversations about what needs to happen in order for you to complete your assignments so that your grade does not suffer. Okay. If you have any questions, my email and my phone number are both on the board in the back. They are also listed on Canvas. So if you need help, reach out. And hopefully that explains how everything works. If you're concerned about how the grading system works, if you go back to that Canvas page and you click on the modules, that very first one from Standard Simplified, that's going to explain how the grading system works. So if you have questions about that, go watch that video first. And if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. So hopefully this helps. And if you need help with anything, just let me know. So thanks.